At the moment, Starcevic from half back towards half forward. Duursma in best position, up he goes, uncontested. He was in the fireworks right from the start. Short passes, Lovell. Thought about the hand pass. He's on centre wing. Down towards the forward pocket with the kick. Wight's in front down there. Wight rather takes the mark. Just outside 50. In fact, the man on the mark is pulled back inside the 50-metre line. Sean Wight. Low trajectory kick down towards full forward. And the mark is taken by Stynes.
The Irish connection.
Stynes only about 10 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
You see here, it's not a really good kick by Wight, but it gets up in the direction of goal, and that was a good mark by Stynes to take that from behind Manson, because he is quite a tall fellow.
Stynes gets the goal.
Well, a very much improved player is Jim Stynes. He only started last year, 1 goal, 1, and he was the reserves best and fairest last year at Melbourne. And his improvement this year has been quite remarkable. He represented the state this year as a ruckman in the State of Origin game in Perth, and has got great mobility once the ball hits the ground.
Judging by that roar, and it would be a rarity, Melbourne supporters may even outnumber Collingwood fans here this afternoon.
Shaw, great player last week in a losing effort, kicks towards centre wing, big pack into the air, Stretch waiting behind, sends play back towards the half forward line. Lyon takes the mark on his chest. On the practice wicket area, Garry Lyon going for distance, a centering kick too, and Wilson drifting him in front. That ball holding up in the breeze. Wilson taking the mark. He'll kick from just outside 50. A low one. O'Dwyer takes the mark in front.
And 51 would think, Don?
Should be.
Stephen O'Dwyer. Almost the identical position from which Stynes got the goal.
Just too far behind, fellows, and should have been penalised.
That ball falling in short because of the breeze. That's twice now. O'Dwyer kicks, and kicks truly.
Looks as though Fellows is going everywhere that O'Dwyer does. As soon as a change is made on the ball, Fellows will follow him back to the back pocket. And Stynes is doing likewise, or Manson doing likewise with Stynes. And the ball, or the wind, a little gusty out there. It held up for Wilson's mark, and also on that occasion held up as O'Dwyer took his mark.
Melbourne lead by 9 points.
It's a real high ball that the backers love it. Perhaps should have tried to mark as a defender. The umpire has given a free kick anyway to him. And towards the centre wing position. There's a chance for Melbourne now. It's Yates right on centre wing. Goes for distance. Wight, great grab on the 50-metre line. And Sean Wight taking his second mark this afternoon. He has indeed got a sure pair of hands. Beautiful kick distance-wise. And he's got it. Great goal.
What a magnificent kick, but I think he was aided by the breeze on that occasion. The breeze, obviously, as we've mentioned earlier, swirling here, and in some places it's more evident than others. And obviously Wight then in a pocket where there wasn't any breeze, but here he is in front. You can see how far he is in front of his opponent, number 28, Krasiska. And what a magnificent kick. He turned the game last week by going to full forward in the third quarter. He stuck
9 points the difference in favour of Melbourne in the first quarter, 26-17. Lovell farms it out to Yates, who fumbles. Now he gets clear. Oh, Melbourne player slung down by Krasiska. That would have to be a free kick.
What an undisciplined act.
And Sean Wight says thank you very much.
I couldn't believe that.
Very undisciplined.
You see this on replay. Watch Krasiska. He just had no hope of getting the ball, but the way he took out his frustration, that's just not on.
So Sean Wight for goal number 2. I think he's got it. He has. Great start for Melbourne in the second quarter. And probably the runner will be coming out to Krasiska from Lee Matthews pretty shortly, 4-8 to 2-5.
Well, just watch this. If we get this shot of Sean Wight, his kicking action, it's a sight to behold. He's only played football like Jim Stynes for a couple of years, and when we watch him shoot for goal, the taut instep, the straight follow through. Now watch this. classical. Bang, look at that, beautiful. He is a real athlete.
Melbourne increasing their lead. Kick to the outer side, clears the pack out there. Yates waiting behind from right half forward, pulls it back towards the pocket. Up in front, Wight, off hands Lyon, pulls it back. That is a magnificent goal. What a goal!
Now last week I watched Craig Bradley kick a goal in the opposite end, what we call a check side, the South Australians, a banana kick. Now watch this, because this is exactly the same thing. Lyon looked as if he was going to bring it back in towards the centre, and look at the way he held that ball across his body and let the ball do the work. Fantastic stuff. Terrific skills by number 3.
It's him. Saunders in trouble. Good smother. A soccer gives Stynes the chance. Kerrison might have been almost a high tackle. Yes, it is. Perhaps accidental, Don, but accidents they really count.
It's not accidental, Peter. What players are doing now is dropping the knees, and we'll watch this, and it's something that the umpires have really got to get onto. Watch Kerrison, he'll drop the knees, bang, and they are meant, and it's not a very courageous player who does that type of thing.
Jimmy Stynes has the opportunity to bring up his second goal. He'll be about 25 to 30 metres from goal. He's on the 50 line at the moment, but he'll come in considerably, I can assure you. A long way from the man on the mark. That'll come round. It's a goal. Stynes second. Melbourne's third this quarter.
He's been in the wars today, Jim. He had a neck complaint or a shoulder complaint, back complaint, whatever, and was getting treatment at quarter time by the female physio, and then just got a headache. We'll watch here on replay his headache. Bang, that knee. Could have done a lot more damage. Very, very lucky on that occasion. But look at the ball. Swinging right to left, a magnificent kick.
In pursuit is Ryan, but he won't catch him.
Melbourne lead by 17 points. Just under 11 minutes remaining. Spalding in front, a strong mark. Christian should have punched away.
Magnificent mark.
Spalding just forward of centre wing. Long kick. They'll contest about 35 metres out. Wight was up, didn't touch the ball. This is Manson in trouble. Dwyer leads the race now, gets it across to Williams, well played. He centres the kick. Manson couldn't hang on. Wilson, was he pushed in the back? The umpire says yes. Well, in round 10, Melbourne defeated Collingwood by 13 points. In round 16, the margin was 46 points. They won both meetings last season. And in their 2 meetings this season, they've only managed 16 goals in those losses, Collingwood. And again today, they're finding goals hard to get. Melbourne kicking at their 7th here. Brian Wilson has got it, I fancy. Yes, he has. Just snuck it in.
So it must be a difficult breeze. I saw Jim Stynes go down to Wilson as Melbourne have made a change. Coop coming on and Williams off, because that ball must be swinging right to left. The free kick by McGuan. You can see there McGuan going over Wilson's head. Now maybe we pick it up here from the camera shot. Going right to left, you can actually see that ball swing back.
This is Hughes. Towards the outer side ever so slightly. There's the time remaining. Wilson knocks it through the pack, taken by Yates. He wheels around, kicks it high towards right half forward. McGuan lunges at the ball, missed it. Opportunity for Lovell behind, over the top to Wilson. 40 metres out in closing. Brian Wilson, great kick.
Wilson's second goal.
Well, Wilson also had right by himself, and he could have handballed over the top because Christian was running out to meet Wilson coming the opposite way. But we see here on replay, Wilson sweeping on it, Lovell first, then Wilson running past. He could have handballed it at that stage over to right. A lay down was there, but nonetheless he kicked through it.
Again to the outer side. This one on the breeze. Covers about 60 metres. Fisted back into attack by Melbourne. Lyon, who's been a star, as he carried forward. That's the free kick.
What a great punch back by O'Dwyer too. That carried 40 metres.
Worth a kick.
We'll see here. Lyon going to ground as Saunders comes down over the top. We'll see from another angle.
That was an interesting one, wasn't it?
Lyon having his 16th kick. Just in from the boundary. Nudges at Goalwood. That's a great effort from there. It's a goal.
You can see by that kick why Garry Lyon is a class player. He's class. It's written all over him. He's very much team orientated. He's got courage. He is just about a complete footballer. We see here setting up. This was a big punch back by O'Dwyer. Then in front line, looking for the boundary line, but just being pushed in the back at the crucial time. But what a magnificent kick for goal, and a badly needed one.
The bounce favours Melbourne and Spalding. Healy out from left centre wing to half forward and O'Dwyer. Great mark right on the 50-metre line. No, he hasn't done that much today, O'Dwyer, but that was a splendid effort. That contest between he and Fellows fairly even, as we saw in the stats at half-time. Wight swings around, can't goal. Here's another chance for Melbourne. Spalding makes time and makes the difference. 2 goals.
Well, isn't football a funny game? O'Dwyer wanted to come onto the ball at that stage. Stynes said no, go back. O'Dwyer took the mark. Had he have not been there, obviously he wouldn't have taken the mark. Now watch a shocking kick. Wight tried to screw it. Now Spalding. The pack just opened up for him, and he's got such tremendous athletic ability, Spalding.
I think on that replay when we got Turner before, we picked him up about halfway through his journey.
That's true.
Here's Lovell. He's the benefactor of Starcevic going too far. He's tried hard today too. Anthony Lovell. This will test him. He's kicking from about 55 metres out. A lot riding on this kick. Long towards full forward. In front, Wight. He's done that several times today. He's judged at best in flight, and he's taken this mark only about 7 or 8 metres out.
Well, a little reminiscent of last week at VFL Park. Wight moved to full forward at centre at half-time, and he did exactly this thing. Dragged down a mark from exactly the same position. So, Sean Wight. A lot riding on this kick as the one before. If he gets the goal, Collingwood's task will be a difficult one. Wight kicks. And kicks truly. Well, they worked hard to get that goal, Melbourne. They really did work hard. And that's the goal you need. You don't relax, though, but at least gives the team a little bit of confidence to go on with it. And Francisco, although I thought he's been a good player, he does run well up the ground, has been a little bit loose on Wight, playing him from behind.
Well, a costly run resulted in that free kick ultimately from Starcevic. And Taylor's 4th goal made the difference. 2 goals once more.
Here's the time remaining. Out of the middle, it's Newport for Melbourne this time. Deep into attack. Clears the pack down there. Question. It could bounce through for Newport's goal. Was it touched? I don't think it was. It's a goal. Steve Newport from long range. And what a big goal that one is.
Incredible stuff. Incredible. It beat everybody. The leg break, you'll see here from the centre of the ground, there's Newport, the long bomb. It bowls all players, bounces, a leg break, and was it an off break at the end? Just kept going on the leg break.
For Melbourne 2 on 1 in favour of Melbourne, knocked down by Williams. Lovell at the back, hugs the boundary line. Stabs it from left half forward virtually. At the forward of the ball is Healy. The skipper's kick accurate. 2 were there, and Newport would feel confident of kicking it after his goal earlier in the quarter.
Melbourne starting to play with a lot of confidence now.
Tails are certainly up, Don, aren't they? Steve Newport, 55 out. Good distance with the kick. That could be the sealer. It's a goal. Melbourne should just about be home. It's his 2nd.
Well, he's kicked 2 incredible goals in this the last quarter. Stephen Newport. The first one straight out of the centre, the leg break, went through the goal, and then another long bomb. He's had a big job today on Peter Dacos, we'll see here on replay. 60 metres out, a beautiful drop punt, and that should break the back of Collingwood. Can they come back? Only time will tell. O'Dwyer now has got to go towards the boundary line, hold up play again, as Stretch did.
Stretch over the top. 9 seconds. Yates has it. Melbourne will play Carlton for the right to beat Hawthorn. Wilson was pushed in the back. No. Here's the siren. Collingwood will go and get a free kick. It matters not. Melbourne have won it. The Demons are through 13-17 to Collingwood's 12-10. They're elated.
What a great game it was too, Dennis. Collingwood could not be denied. They came back in that last quarter and they could have really snatched the game. Although they were, four goals would have put them in front. They weren't to be denied. And great credit to Collingwood.
I was talking about the slump they were having just before the finals. 3 on end now for Melbourne. They're gaining momentum at just the right time. And neither of the other sides can take them for granted. That's a great win.
And a lot of their players can improve too. Lee Matthews going off screen there. He'll be a disappointed man because Collingwood, well, they've built this reputation up over the years that when it comes September, they don't fire up. And